Hey there lads, so today's video is on stretches for side kicks. Now with this, please don't expect to do these stretches and then have a vertical side kick straight away. It takes time, patience, practice, dedication, and I'm still working at these. My vertical's by far not perfect, so yeah, I need to work on these stretches too. But yeah, try these stretches out and then they'll improve your flexibility until eventually get to the point where you can do a vertical side kick. So that's what we're going to go for. Also in line with this, you really want to work on your leg conditioning training so you can actually hold your kicks in the air and have that nice half a second hold in the air when you do your kicks. So yes, get that power. Let's get bendy and do these side kick stretches. Woo. And by the way, life update, I'm now 20, woohoo, happy birthday me. So stretching out your hamstring for a vertical side kick is so important because you are leaning against it when you're doing the kick. So we're going to start off simply with reaching down to your toes. So start off, fingers, knuckles, palms, walk back, keep your back straight as you can. And then this is a really good way of even getting that further stretch, is lifting your leg up behind you. You look a bit stupid, but it does put all the pressure and weight on one leg, which really stretches it out. And then you can tense that leg. It really hurts, but it'll really loosen up your hamstring. So next, still stretching out our quads and hamstrings, is we're going to put one leg in front of the other and straighten out and straighten your back and lean on and put pressure on this front leg. And then once you're there for a few seconds, 30 seconds I'd recommend, is you bend this leg and keep the front one straight. And you can even put your heel on the floor like that and you'll really feel the stretch along here. And back up. And try it with your foot up as well. Leaning down, putting all of your weight on this leg. Now what you're going to do is do a standing straddle and push against your legs. So you'll really feel a stretch along here and have your hands in front like this, okay? You can open whatever you want and just hold that. And then from here, what you're going to do is just like a side lunge, but you're not turning your knee out, you're keeping it in, okay? Like you're doing a horse stance, but instead just straightening out one leg at a time and really push down here. You'll feel the stretch along your groin. This is really, really important for a side kick. Start getting your foot into that bladed position here when you're doing the stretch as well, so you may as well get there already. And then in a low horse stance, and push your knees out with your elbows. And then from here, change it into a center lunge. So what you're gonna do is turn your feet out, like so, and push your forearms against your knees to really open them out. Try and straighten out your back. It's quite hard to keep balance, but I'm sure you'll be fine. And then once you're comfortable there, almost went there, goodness me, is you go over to one side, lift up the heel, and try and keep all of this in line, and turn this foot out slightly, okay? Whilst pushing backwards on this knee, really opening out those hips. And if you're feeling comfortable, push the front leg out further. Hands in front, knees in line with your bum, and then you're gonna slowly slide out, okay? As wide as you can. And then from here, just put your body upright and tense your hips. Really push them towards the ground as much as you can. Tense in your groin. It's really gonna open out those hips. Ready for your old side kick. And then once you're comfortable, move down. Tense here, hold it for 30 seconds. Move over to one side. Grab your foot, keeping your bum and hips still in line. Hold that for 30 seconds whilst tensing your groin. Move over to the other side. Same thing. And then here, and back up. Go on one knee, put the other foot out, and make sure it's in line, the heel is in line with your knee. Okay, and then you're gonna push that out as far as you can. So even if you're here, that's fine, but ideally, we're gonna go for down here. Okay, and you wanna start blading your foot, as I said earlier, once again, in practice for that side kick position, so your muscles all can get used to that position. Okay, everything in line, and hold it. You're gonna hold this and tense for 30 seconds. Get down here, do the same thing. Reach over, 30 seconds, and the other side for 30 seconds. And also, whilst you're here, try to sit up and lean in towards the side kick with your guard, and back like this, ready for that side kick position preparation. So firstly up, reaching over to both sides, holding it for a second, really pushing back on your muscles and towards pushing your hip in towards the ground as well, which will really help you get used to that box split position. And then just further apart, keep doing the same thing until you're there. And then here you can hold, whether you're in a box split or not. Once again, turn your feet in as though you're doing a side kick. And you're going to hold, and I really want you to focus on tensing your groin. I know that sounds really stupid. You're going to tense your groin as much as you can, hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. Obviously if you're a beginner, please keep to the lower time. I don't want you messaging me like, yeah, help me. So, in that accent for some reason, so yeah. And just hold that, and then once again, leaning towards each side. Okay, get used to that side kick position and get going against your muscles. Into the middle, reach forward and up, whatever you want to do. Okay, and then push forward into a nice straddle, body upright, tense your legs, feet up, and hold that. Now getting back to the hamstrings and such, what we're going to do is, like you do for a front split when you're stretching, is into a forward lunge, knee on the floor, and pushing your hips down physically with your hands, as well as tensing all of this, tensing your groin, tensing your hips, pushing down, and if you can, looking over, and keeping balance clearly. Reaching over. And then put your hands down, knee back, straighten your back leg, and put your heel to the floor. And try and keep your back straight during this stretch. The more straight you keep your back and the better your posture is whilst you do this stretch, you'll feel a deeper stretch. And keep rotating until in your front split. Obviously you're going to do this on both sides. When you're in your front split, or as far as you go, tense your legs as much as you can. So 30 seconds to a minute, however far in your development you are for your front split. And then you're going to reach over and pull yourself in. Okay, and then from here in your front split, turn your back foot, okay, so it's a side kick, and then start leaning towards it, alright? Really put this foot up as though it's planted on the ground, and lean in as though you're doing a side kick. And from back here to lean against this leg, okay, because if you haven't trained your posture for a vertical side kick, when you first start trying it, your body's going to be right down here, which is what mine is at the moment, okay? So you want to start practicing both here and here, leaning against this muscle, because that's what you're doing when you do this kick. So for these last couple of stretches, going to be stood up. How crazy, I know. So what we're going to do, handle wall if you want one, you don't have to have one. Lift your knee up and put it towards your chest as much as you can, and then you're going to do this in every position of your hips. So to the side, lifting up, and then behind like a scorpion kick. You see this bottom leg, we want to push back in this direction like you would in a vertical side kick. So push back, lifting that knee up as high as you can. So yeah, just like you would a scorpion kick there. Lift your knee up, but this time in a side kick position, side kick chamber, all right? So pushing your weight on here, but also pushing back on this bottom leg. The bottom leg facing the other direction that you're kicking, and then knee up here. And holding that, keeping your knee and body in line, all right? And hold that. You can either pull up your leg, start, or just leave it there. It's up to you. That is such a good one for opening up your hips, ready for this position. Yeah, what we're gonna do is do a front split on the wall. I know, horrible. And you can have your top foot bladed like a side kick, bottom foot facing directly towards the camera for my instance, so the other direction, and you're going to get used to that side kick position, okay? So, what we use the chair for is that we're going to try and climb our body up slowly towards the kicking leg, because when you first start this kick, your body's going to be right down to your bottom leg, and then eventually you want to start training so you can get your posture up with the side kick, okay? So, I haven't done this in a long time, so please be patient with me, right? Into that position. Blade your side kick. And hold the position there. And that's that for today's video, lads. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. It's summer, so I can do loads of videos. I don't know what that was, I apologise. Yeah, it's summer, so I can do loads of videos now. Not uniing now until September, so we're all good to go. So let me know anything you want to see, blah blah blah. You know the deal. See you next time.